Hello everyone, Rayo Daniel here. I am a GoHighlevel affiliate, and in this video what I'd like to be able to show you are 5, maybe 6 different services that you can add on top of Highlevel, on top of the software that you're already selling to your clients for Highlevel, that can help add more value to your clients. Therefore, you can increase the value of what you're charging them every single month and increase your revenue along with it. And all of these services are services that your client may or may not need at certain points throughout their business. So anyway, before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the button below, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do try to publish a couple times a week here, and my goal is to help you understand the GoHighlevel platform, understand how you can use it to make money. Now, I will let you know that this video that I'm creating here is not going to be technical. It's going to be more informational. And what I mean by that is I want to sit back and give you some ideas that you can use, because you might already have a business set up, you might already have clients, and you might already be charging them the subscription every month for the software as a service. Again, that's a SaaS portion, software as a service. But now what you're going to start doing is software with a service. You're going to be doing like what they call a SWAS, S-W-A-S. Now, it's a little bit different, but what you're doing is you're providing an additional service on top of what Highlevel's already providing the client as far as the application, the automations, and things like that. Now, if you're interested in the SaaS portion, I'm not going to be covering any of that in this video. I did another video on 5 easy services to sell. I'll link it somewhere in this video. I'm here, but you can check my YouTube channel. That is the video I created on just 5 really easy services that you can sell any small business. Just getting started in the software as a service business. Start making $197, $497, $897 a month, just selling those services alone. Now, when you're selling those services, that has nothing to do with what I'm going to be talking about in this video. This video is going to be including additional services on top of the applications that you're already providing to your clients, helping again increase their revenue, their value that you haven't increased. Therefore, you can increase how much you charge them every month. Hopefully that makes sense. So right now, I'm going to be looking at a few notes here. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so forgive me if I look down or just trying to make sure I keep myself updated. I have a lot of different information I want to be able to show to you, hopefully create some ideas, create some relationships, and give you some partners that you can perhaps use to start expanding some of your services and increasing your revenue, and also help out with your client. Now, if you're just getting started, or if you've already just kind of started and you've developed some relationships with some small business owners, then you understand one of the hardest things there is to do with this particular business is to gain the trust of that business owner, to have them raise their hand and say, yes, I would like to use your services, and have that sort of trust open up. But once you begin providing services, this may take you a couple of months. It could be as easy as 1 or 2 months if the customer sees how much value you're adding. What you're going to end up doing is building a level of trust with that business owner, and when you do that, they're going to be more open to expanding the services that you can provide for them, as long as it adds them value and they could recoup it, meaning that their return on their investment is going to be well worth it, which it should be. And if not, then they shouldn't be doing it anyway. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about here is dealing with ads. Now, local businesses get natural traffic from just Google, from Facebook, people searching for the business and things like that, and they get normal traffic that way. But if they want to start getting a larger amount of traffic, there's really no way to do that except for marketing and advertising. There's just not. Now, here's one of the bad things that a lot of agencies have gotten a bad rap about. Like, they'll come in and say, hey, we want to handle all of your Facebook ads, we want to handle all of your Google ads. That works fine. There's agencies out there that are successful at it, but the problem is that you hear about is this thing called churn, meaning the client, you sign up a client, and then a month, 2 months, 3 months later, that person drops you, and now you have to go find another client. Why? It's that way because it's performance-based. When you're doing this kind of thing, most of the agencies, like, I can bring you 50 new customers a month, 30 new customers a month, and here's what it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $2,000 a month for our services, plus whatever you want to spend in ads, which we recommend at least being $3,000 a month. So when you start dealing with things like that, that's where the price tag of these things become really large. So right now, that's $2,000 plus $3,000, that's $5,000 a month that the business has to spend, and they're okay to spend it as long as they see a return on investment. But there is another way to handle ads without having to have a full-blown agency and without you having to go through all that particular process. You can do sort of a do-it-yourself Facebook or Google ads. Now, follow me on this one here, okay? There are a couple of different vendors that integrate directly with Highlevel that can specifically address Facebook, Google ads, and other additional ads, and I'm going to show you who those are here in just a minute. But what I want to do is just give you the idea that rather than charging them $2,000 a month for something, what if that particular offering this service to them only costs you maybe $50, or let's just say $100 a month per customer? That's how much you got charged by these vendors for providing a very easy integration into Highlevel, and then you could turn around and sell it to them for $300, $400, or even $500 a month to allow them to configure their own Facebook ads and have it done in a very, very easy manner. Like literally, a lot of these vendors are, you click on this, you say a Facebook ad, you choose your particular niche. In that niche, there's a series, like a template library of all the different Facebook or Google ads that have worked in the past. You can click and change images, you can change copy, but the whole point about it is that these ads are already pre-built. They're successful the way they are. So you don't need to sit back and change them. All the person needs to do is says, that's the ad that I want. All the information with regards to their business are already integrated into the ad. They click next, finish, submit, and everything is all done. And the great thing about this is that you, as the agency, don't have to worry about handling their Facebook account or their Google account and paying for ads, because their accounts are already integrated with Google and Facebook. That these charges go directly to their ads. So really all you're doing is you're providing an interface to the ads themselves. That's all that you're doing. And you're charging them, again, it might cost you $100, you're charging them $400 a month for this service, and you're making $300 a month by just simply connecting them with the ability to do Facebook ads or Google ads or other type of business advertising. You could do LinkedIn, TikTok, and so forth. But I'm just using Facebook and Google because those are the two biggest ones. But hopefully you can kind of understand if people do want to continue to grow their business. Now, if they want to run Facebook ads, it doesn't mean they have to spend $3,000 a month. They can spend $200 a month, $500 a month to see how well that particular ad performs before they start, full-blown going $1,000, $2,000 or higher. So the good thing about it is all you're doing is providing the interface for them. And at this point, you let them kind of control the ads. And if you wanted to, for the very first time, maybe you hop on a Zoom call and show them how to do this and how to integrate this. But it should be very easy. Or if you wanted to, you can even do it for them. If that's the case. But the whole point about it is that you just give them access to this software that you're subscribing to. So the vendor charges you for this, and then you in turn can charge your clients, but you can make a spread in the difference every single month. Now, if you have 5 clients, 10 clients, 20 clients, just imagine if you're making $200, $300, $400 a month off of each one of those clients for doing ads. That's a significant revenue, and this is only one of the 5 or 6 SWAS services that I'm going to be talking about in this particular video. So hopefully this at least is enough to have you open up your ideas. Now, let me go ahead and show you here. Let me hop over here real quick. Okay, so the first one we're going to take a look at here is a company called UpHex. Now, UpHex, I've met the owner of this company, Sam, at the conventions here that Highlevel has. They've got a very good product here, and if we take a look here, UpHex really just focuses on creating Facebook ads. Their site is just called UpHex.com. I am an affiliate for UpHex as well, so if you would like to use them, I appreciate you using my affiliate link inside of the description, as well as Highlevel. If you're looking to sign up for Highlevel, please use my affiliate link. I have tons of bonuses and coaching and so forth. But let me just kind of show you some of the pricing involved here. This is some of the biggest things. Is just to look at how much they're going to charge you. So right now, they've got a couple different plans. Their starter plan, $97 a month. Here's the biggest things. Up to 3 ad accounts, Google, Facebook, Instagram ad library. These are all the things that you get. So I'm sorry, it looks like they do Facebook and Google, but you can get up to 3 ad accounts, which means inside of Highlevel, when you sign up for this, you get 3 sub accounts. So with this, you can tie 3 sub accounts to this $97 a month, and each one of your clients, the UpHex is charging you about, let's just say $33 a month, roughly, per client. So $33 a month. So just think about it. Even if you gave this to your client for $100, $100 just to have a built-in Google and Facebook ad manager that makes it very easy for them to place ads. Because keep in mind, most of the business owners don't do this because they don't know how to use the Facebook ad manager and the Google ad manager. They don't even want to deal with this. But having an interface like UpHex and then another one that I'm going to show you here makes it so simple and easy for them to create ads. They would be more willing to do it themselves and pay you an additional $100, $197, $297. You get how easy this is. And you're only being charged $33 a month for this. So this is amazing. Now, keep this in mind if you want to go to the growth as you begin to get larger. If you already have existing clients, you get beyond the 3, then now you can buy the 10 accounts. Now, here's the one thing that a lot of people think is when you're adding accounts here, as soon as you get beyond 3, then you have to go to the growth, but then that gives you 7 additional clients that you can bring on board, and you do start getting charged $297 a month. But just look at this. This is $29. This goes to $30 a month. So as you add more clients, this service gets cheaper. But you're going to sit back and continue to charge this as an added bonus to your clients for $197 a month. Now, who wouldn't want to pay additional $197 a month to have this ads manager built in for them to do their own Facebook, Google ads and to monitor it and do all that other stuff? It's a no-brainer. So this right here is again, a great product, a great service that you can utilize, but I don't want to sit back and push you toward one particular service. I am an affiliate for a couple, but I want to sit back and just give you the opportunity and to go look at these and see which one will fit you better. So UpHex is definitely one of them, and that's UpHex, UpHex.com. It's one of them that you can provide for this, and again, very cheap, very inexpensive for the interface, and it goes to let you know here, I don't have this integrated. Like I said, this isn't going to be a technical video so much as it is informational, but inside of here, on the left-hand side, you'll actually get a menu. a menu option, a custom menu option that says, UpHex or Facebook ad library or ad library, whatever you want to call it or something like that, is what your clients will actually see when they log in. So hopefully that helps you. Now the other one is Plai. This is another great one that has come into the scene as well. They integrate with Highlevel, again, very similar, but these are the two that I would recommend, and I am an affiliate for Plai. I'll let you know that. My affiliate link is in the description below if you like them. But right now, the biggest thing about them is just they have, again, a great advertising. If you take a look at this, they can do ads for any of these things, but I want to come down here and show you their pricing point as well. So here, if you take a look at it, their starter plan from 1 to 3 starts at $147. Now, this is a little bit more expensive. Why? Because the Plai system allows you to do a lot more advertising. Like Plai integrates with LinkedIn, they integrate with Instagram, they integrate with TikTok, they integrate with a lot of other ad providers. If you want to place ads on social media and things like that, they allow you to do that as well. But again, just think about the numbers. $147 a month, so let's just call it $150. They're charging you $50 per customer, and you're charging your customer $100, $197, $297 for being able to place ads all over the place. Now, if your customer is already using another vendor for ads, they may not very well be happy with them. They may not. So what if you just talk to your customer and say, hey, are you currently running ads? And well, what if I can integrate a built-in do-it-yourself ad management system for just $297 a month for you? And then you can sit back and run as many ads as you want, choose from pre-built templates that are already proven to sell, so you don't even have to create anything. You just pick and choose, and within 3, 4, 5 clicks, something like that, literally your ad is up and running, and you can actually start seeing performance the next day. So again, these are two of the providers that I would recommend for regarding ads, because they're just a great way to sit back and add these onto your existing system. They're very low cost. I mean, $147 a month is really nothing if you have an agency, and you can cover this cost with just one client. I mean, if you had one client with the UpHex system and you charge them $197 a month, then you're already making $100, and you still have 2 other accounts that you could charge to. So it is super crazy and easy how well you can do this. But the biggest thing is being the software as a service provider, being their technology partner, if that makes sense, for the small business owner, is building that trust, building that relationship, having conversations with the business owner, maybe on a regular basis, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and just find out where they're at, find out if they want to grow, find out what their pain points are, and help adding these additional services to them would greatly benefit them and benefit you, because you're going to be charging them for them. So hopefully you found that useful, but there are partners out there that you can do this. UpHex and the Plai are not the only ones. They're just the biggest ones that I know about that integrate very well into the Highlevel platform. So those are the ones I recommended. Now, the next thing I want to sit back and go over is social media management. Now, right now, a lot of small businesses do their own social media management, but this, again, is another great service that you can outsource. You can have a vendor do this for you, and simply integrate this directly. Sometimes it's in Highlevel, sometimes it's not, but that's going to be completely up to you. But just think about this. If they're already doing, let's just say they're hiring somebody to do content creation, and they could be using AI to create it. Who cares what they're using for this? But the small business, your client, is hiring somebody or another agency to run their social media marketing, and let's just say they're charging $500 a month, or even some of these agencies won't even do it for that much. They need at least like $1,000 a month or higher, and they're going to do 10 posts a week. They're going to do all these other kinds of cool things and stuff like that. Well, what if you gain the trust of your partner and say, you know what? Can I show you how I can integrate your social media into the existing Highlevel platform, and I could do that for you? Would that be worth it for you? And I'm only going to be charging you $297 a month. Now, again, we're going to be hosting it. We're going to be publishing all of your social media. We're going to be creating the content. We're going to be doing all of that stuff for you. So now you don't have to pay $1,000 a month anymore. All you need to pay is $297, or just whatever your price is going to be. I don't mean to lowball it, $497. But to get the point here. So let me kind of show you about social media management that you can outsource and find a partner for that as well. Now, I'm kind of done with these, so let me close these out. So right here, I have no affiliation with this company at all, but if you're looking for it, just sit back and Google white label social media management services. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a white label company out there that they will charge your agency to do the service, and then the service appears as coming from you. That's what the white labeling services means. So right here, just as an example here, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Here you can hire a social media manager from $99 a month. And if you take a look at some of their services, like here's some of the things that they get posted. I thought it was they had on here that how much they post, but it's like they can go up to like 10 posts a week or stuff like that. But this is just an example here. Again, I want to sit back and see. Imagine if you can hire a social media manager for $100 a month. Okay, and this $100 a month gives you, 10 postings a month or 5 postings a week, whatever that is. All you're going to do is take their service, wrap it under your agency umbrella, and then resell it to a particular client. So if this company already has, this company, again, I don't Smarcomms, I've never dealt with them before, but if you find another company that's able to do this, or heaven forbid, you go to Fiverr. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. If you simply go to Fiverr, I'm here, and I'm just going to, and you sit back and you just type in social media management or manager, something like that. Fiverr is really good about finding people that can provide services for you, and that could be on a weekly or monthly basis. And the good thing about this is you can have this job reoccurring. So the job just happens over and over again. As long as your customers are paying for social media management, you're paying for this person to log into Highlevel, you're paying for this person to create the post, and they could be creating it using the AI systems inside of Highlevel, because if you're aware or not, Highlevel's AI system can create text and images for the social media, as well as provide scheduling services, approval services, the whole social planner feature, which is what is called in Highlevel the feature. It's completely robust. You can upload many different bulk upload of all of your posts at one time. It is just crazy easy how well it works. But if you take a look here, you see that there's just some prices here that you can simply take a look at here. This is one other area that you can simply find somebody that you know has done a good job, ask for some references, get that person on board, and then you just pay for their services. If they charge $50 a month or $50 for whatever they're doing, or $100, then you charge your client $297. But the bottom line is these vendors are logging into the sub accounts inside of Highlevel. They are configuring all of the posts according to what you're looking for. They're setting them up for approval. All of this stuff is happening without you even being involved. Now, you do have to manage this particular process. I will let you know. You will have to manage it and make sure that somebody's up and doing this, but you can sit back and have a done-for-you service. Again, a white label social media management service. Sit back and do this for you, integrate it, and then all you're doing is your client just sees that their social media accounts are being populated by all this cool stuff. That's what they see. And they're paying $297 a month. They're getting leads from this stuff. And by the way, guess what? If you're not familiar with it, Highlevel has come up with some pretty cool new automations that can actually respond to people that comment on these posts. So again, that's another great way. I haven't really gone into that. I created another video about that. It's called social media triggers. But just, anytime somebody comments on a social media post, a workflow can actually fire inside of Highlevel and follow up with them on an automated sequence. Pretty cool. And that could already be included in their base software as a service. But again, I digress. Let's get back to it. So social media management is just another great service that you can make $100, $200 or more per month per client off of. And this right here is a way for you to, again, make the base software as a service. So you're making this, then you're going to be charging the software with the service up here for the services that you're charging. Now, again, it depends upon the client, but you can kind of see the benefit of how you can begin making money using this. It's crazy. So the next thing I've got is search engine optimization. This is where things begin to get a little bit crazy, because search engine optimization, in my opinion, really needs to be broken up into two different parts. And again, I've been in arguments with people about this, but I believe that there is a local SEO service that can be provided, and then an organic SEO service. Let me kind of explain real quick. So let me switch over here. Give me a second. So when it comes to local and organic SEO, local really just deals with small business owners that have a brick and mortar business. If you've got like a spa or something like that inside of Boston, Massachusetts, I'm just trying to pick somewhere, that particular business, they don't care to advertise in Connecticut or California or New Mexico. Why? Why do they not care if other people in other states know that their business exists? Because their business is a local brick and mortar business. It's a local service business. Now, this would be different if it was a product-based business and you ship products across the U.S. But if you're dealing with a local service company, that local service company really only wants the local people. Maybe it could be 30 or 50 miles, or maybe even a little bit more depending upon their services. Maybe an hour or so drive. That's the sort of coverage area that these businesses are looking to draw their customers from, because these are the people willing to drive an hour to go to a spa or something like that. Because if it's 4 hours to go to a spa, most likely they're going to find a closer spa, unless that is the closest one. But you kind of get my point here. So local search engine optimization to me is different than organic optimization, where you're trying to sell a product. Now, if you're trying to sell a product, or you have a nationwide company, like you have a franchise company, things like that goes across the US, then of course organic is where you want to go. But organic SEO and dealing with local SEO are really two different things. Now, I'm going to be talking about those separately here, because there's different services that you can offer, one by you and one by a different provider, depending upon which one the small business owner wants. So let's talk about local SEO first. So with local SEO, all this really has to deal with is getting people published in the local directories. So again, most people use their mobile phones. They're going to go to I know myself, I use like Apple Maps, if I want to find something or find a store or something, because it's just, I've got an iPhone and that's just what I use. If you use Google, you're probably using Google Maps or something like that, but you could be using Yelp. You could be using some other form of an app where you're searching for certain businesses and you're just never going to know if the local business is going to show up on that directory or not. Well, a great way to fix that is to sit back and make sure that their company information is located in multiple different internet-based directories, so that no matter where they search, let's just say they search for yellowpages.com or citysearch.com or Apple Maps or Facebook or anything like that, your information is going to be displayed up there. So hopefully that can kind of make sense to you. Now, there is a service that you can sell your customers inside of Highlevel, and it's called YEXT. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute, but it is a service that you can sell. Highlevel charges you $30 a month as an agency, and you in turn can sell this to your customers for $50, $80, or $100 a month. And all this does is takes their business information and synchronizes it across multiple different directories. That's what the point of this is. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute. So that's one service that you can sell them that you can control as the agency owner inside of Highlevel. The next thing that's going to help out with search engine optimization locally is going to be reputation management. Now, reputation management is a base software as a service sell. So if you're already selling them software as a service and they're already getting this, they probably already have, you probably already have them set up on Google reviews, have a review widget on their website. You probably have a lot of different things set up, maybe even an AI auto reply system to all of their Google reviews. All of these are covered in the other video that I had, but reputation management for a local SEO is very important, because if they find you on Google or Google My Business or some other kind of listing, and they see that you only have 5 Google reviews and your competitor has 500, then it's going to be like a no-brainer. Just think if this is you, if you were buying a service and you had 2 people to choose from, one with 500 5-star reviews or 5 5-star reviews, which one would you select? Probably the one with 500. Why? Not that the other one was worse, just that 500 people raised their hand and said, this company does a great job. So that right there is enough for me to sit back and just want to hire that company. So reputation management is important. Again, that's something that you can control as the agency owner. So that is local SEO, and I'm going to hop over real quick here and just take a quick look at, if you're inside of an account here, this is one of our demo accounts. If you come down here to reputation, right here, if you go to listings, this right here is the YEXT system that you can do. And again, activate the YEXT system for $30 a month. Now, I guess this would be a bad example here, because on my agency level, you have to go mark up the YEXT service at that point, and I didn't, so sorry about that. But this number could be whatever you want to. If you wanted to, you can simply come up here to switch the view to agencies and click on the reselling area. And this reselling is, again, one of the things that you could resell. And here's the YEXT services. So with this, you can just say your price is $60. Oh, so I do have it marked up here. So if I'm reselling YEXT, my price is $60. So Highlevel price is going to be $30, which means that your profit is $30 a month. So, and if you wanted to, this is where if you wanted to include this inside of your SaaS bundle, you can even do that. You can include this and actually have YEXT be a part of their SaaS plan, if you wanted to, instead of charging them separately for it. It's completely up to you. Me personally, I would much rather charge them separately for it. So anyway, that's kind of the YEXT and the local reselling services, because again, it's crazy. I'm just going to give you a quick example here. I was trying to help out a massage therapist, very good massage therapist that I knew, and I'm standing in her office and I've got my phone out and I'm looking at my phone, and literally I sit back and type in, massage or something like that inside of Google Maps, and I look at the results, and I turn around and I don't have my phone, but I show her the results, and I'm like, do you see this? I'm in your office right now, and I just typed in the word massage, and your business is not even showing up, and I'm in your office. Because the way maps work shows you the closest places to you, and then those are the ones that are listed first, and the ones farther away are listed later. So ultimately, I should have pulled up, if I'm looking for a massage, I should have pulled up her business first. It should have been the very first one on the list, and it wasn't. Why? Because she wasn't listing. Her Google My Business listing wasn't out there. She didn't have her business listing online inside the correct internet directories, so she never pulled up. So what that means is that if somebody's in your area and they're searching for your service, or forgive me, your client service, they will not even know that you exist if you don't have your services registered and have certain keywords inside of inside of the description area to let them know that what services you provide. So again, if you don't have that, then you're losing customers every single day with that. So that's how you can do local SEO. And again, this could be something that you charge $100 a month, $150 for, but all you're doing is you're keeping their directory updated, and this has to be done consistently. A lot of these directories, if you're in there for 3 months, 6 months, and you don't have an update, they'll drop you. They'll drop you. So you have to publish every week or something like that to push back out to them and let them know that you're still there. Otherwise, they're gonna drop you. So anyway, that's how you could resell local SEO services to your clients that you can control. Now, I'm going to switch gears. Again, that's another thing that you can charge for. Now I'm going to switch gears to organic SEO. This is one that everybody wants to charge big money for. So how do I sit back and get my business ranked so that when somebody searches on Google for whatever your product or service is, you get listed on the first page of Google? Well, that's going to require that a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be on-page, off-page SEO. There's going to be backlinking involved. There's going to be a whole bunch of other technical stuff that you as an agency owner, I would recommend you not get involved with, quite frankly. So why is that? Because there are other third parties out there that will help do it for you. Let me show you. So right now, if you sit back and search for, again, I have no affiliation with this particular company, but this company is just called White Label Agency. And if I look at the services, there's White Label Web Design. So again, what does that mean, White Label Web Design? Meaning they will design a website for you and pay for it. They'll do white label Facebook ads. Again, a lot of people do this. So this is another one that you can look at. But the biggest one is white label SEO. So right now, if you simply take a look at this, I'm talking about this, so this is the one I want to look at here. So if you look at white label SEO, what this company will do is, let me just see if there's, if we look at pricing here. So right now, if we look at several different ones, so there's different levels here. So SEO level 1, level 2, level 3. It really depends upon how much you want to sit back and do it. And this is probably kind of pricey, for this one here. But if you want to rank higher and you want to get on the first page of Google, you're going to be paying somebody every month to do this for you. Search engine optimization is something that doesn't, or at least organic search engine optimization, is something that takes months to get accomplished and get on the first page of Google and to stay there. Now, local SEO, believe it or not, once you get configured in databases, within a week or two, you can start showing up on the top and so forth, and that's pretty quick. But organic SEO takes a little bit longer. Well, you can hire a company like this. Let's just say it's the first level, and I'm just saying $600 a month. Again, you could charge your customers $800 a month, $1,000 a month to do the local SEO for you. And then this company is doing it in the background for you, and then you just manage this particular process for your customer. So hopefully, dealing with search engine optimization, because all the companies eventually need it in some way, shape, or form. If it's a local brick and mortar company, they need local SEO for sure, which you can help out with. Not everybody needs organic SEO. So if they do, there's always another option for you that you could potentially make money with if your customer wants to. So anyway, that's just a thought. Again, the whole goal of this is to sort of open up your mind, kind of get those brain cells thinking, how can I make more money with the existing clients I have by adding more value to them? Here's how you can do that. So the next thing is, one thing I've already just talked about here is just really website designs. Believe it or not, a lot of companies need to have their website rebuilt. It's not very good. Now, this right here is not a reoccurring service. Okay, it's not, but it is a highly profitable service. So if your customer, maybe they want to build out their new website, they want to have an online store, they want to do all this other kinds of cool stuff, sell products or do stuff like that, then you can definitely help them out and rebuild the whole thing. But some of these websites, we're talking $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a website build, and you can have a third party do it for you. So that's another thing that's just crazy about it. Now, it could be that expensive. If your customer doesn't want something that expensive, then maybe you do a $2,000 website build or a $3,000 website build. That would be perfectly fine. Companies would do that as long as you could provide for them a deliverable. So how can you do that? Well, this is kind of where, if you want to go back like to these services, if you look at white label web design for this one, or I'm sorry, if we look back at pricing and we do web design, we start taking a look here. Here's some of the basic package levels right here for just a basic 3-page website for $1,500. Could you upcharge and make $500 off that? Could you make $1,000 off that? Sure you could. But one of the other things that you can do, it really depends upon what type of website too. Is it we're talking about a high-level website? Because the high-level website is built inside of the high-level platform, and it's actually hosted inside of Highlevel and has a website builder and certain features and tools associated with it. If they wanted a WordPress website, again, WordPress websites are something that you as an agency can resell. So again, that's a part of the resale value here. If we take a look at here for the resale, if we look at WordPress right here, Highlevel charges you $10 per site for each WordPress site. But again, you can set your price down here. It's $29.99, $39, $49.99. You can have that completely built into it. Keep in mind, this is for hosting your website, and you can even include making any changes to that. So any small changes or stuff like that, you might include, 30 minutes worth of website changing every month or something like that. Go in, make a quick change, or do an update or something like that. But you're maintaining their site for them for a cost of $50 a month. You're being charged $10. Therefore, every WordPress website that you get, you're making $40 a month per client. And whenever they get their website up and going, pretty much it doesn't need to be changed, not that often. So that's just another feature that you can do. But if you do want to have it built, whether it's a high-level website or it's a WordPress website, again, my recommendation is to go check out Fiverr. I've hired many people from here that know Highlevel. I mean, there's specifically, Fiverr has a whole high-level system, high-level text built into here now. So right now, I just queried, what did I do? GoHighlevel website build. And here's some of the things that I get. So Now, some of these things are negotiable. If you're really dealing with a custom build, I would recommend not buying a particular package, contacting somebody, contacting like this person right here that has 215 jobs done at 4.9. Obviously, this person does a good job with this. You know, they've had a lot of jobs, they've done a lot. But if you're like, hey, I tell you what, this is the site I'm looking to get built. This person may charge you $100 for that site. You turn around and charge a customer $1,500 or $2,000 to have that site built. So that's where you can make money, at least from the website build, and again, provide additional value added services to your client, because now their website is built into the Highlevel platform, which in turn reinforces their subscription every month to your software as a service company. So again, you're providing a service for the website, and who knows, in 2 years or 3 years, they might want to redo that website. Well, you already did it once for them. Can you redo it again? You know, maybe they got it built and they want to do an online store. Well, that's a change. You know, now they're going to have to come in and, you know, you can use the online store feature of Highlevel to integrate their store and do a whole bunch of other cool stuff if you want to. But just, again, these are about ideas, things about growing your revenue, things about how to increase value to your customers. And I hope you can see how this works. So again, I know you're hanging in there with me. I do have one more, and I'm not going to talk about it for very long, and that is database reactivation. Now, a lot of people don't know what database reactivation is. I personally learned this a lot from Rob Bailey, Rob 2Bs, R-O-B-B, Rob Bailey. He is the man. He's the one that's been with Highlevel from the very beginning. Kudos to Rob. You know, I hope to see you again in another future event. But Rob really brought in database reactivation. He would do this for gyms. And all it is taking a list of existing customers and getting them to rebuy the services that your customer has. So let's just take, I've been using the SPAs for example here. So if you're in the spa industry, well, if somebody hasn't been in 3 months, then maybe you might want to take all the clients that haven't been in a while and send them a text message. You know, hey, we got a special on this, or hey, there's a $10 off coupon if you want to come back in for another facial. But rather than having to go out and find new customers, maybe you take the existing customers, send them a quick text message with a good offer that you have. You know, maybe you want to give them an offer of 10% off a service, or just something that gets them back in the door. And then once they're back in the door, then you can, again, continually re-engage them and hopefully schedule. Because one of the things you should do as a spa, you should probably never let your customer leave without at least scheduling their next service. So if you do that, then you guarantee they're going to be back for this. And if they cancel their service, then guess what? Highlevel has a whole other workflow automation that can sit back and constantly say, you know, hey, you canceled your appointment, you know, sending them an email and things like that to remind you that they canceled an appointment, and to give them a link to send back and reschedule. So database reactivation is something that, again, you're creating customers from the stuff that your businesses already have. So they've already have these, who knows, hundreds, thousands of customers that have went there, like it could be months ago, could even be years ago. Send them an offer, get them re-engaged. This is the whole point. And even maybe start building just a nurture campaign around Highlevel, where you send your customers an email once a month about, you know, good things to know about how to take care of your face, or new products that come on the market, or new products that you're selling. So again, database reactivation is a very profitable thing, because let's just take a massage person. How much is a customer worth for a massage person? Believe it or not, it's a couple $1,000. If they're going to come in there for a facial, for laser hair removal, for some, you know, for some of these other expensive items, those are $300, $500 a pop, and most likely they're going to come back again. So you're basically creating money from nothing. All you're doing is getting the customers back in the door, and you're using the Highlevel automation system to do it. So I would definitely recommend go check out Rob Bailey. He's got a platform on School, SKOOL.com. It's a great learning platform. You know, he's got a great thing there that you can learn some more about database reactivation. But hey guys, that's really all I have right now. I want you to sit back and at least have, you know, some basic services that you can start thinking in your head, how can I make more money with my existing clients by adding more value to them? And here's just some quick 5 or 6 things that you can do to do that. Guys, if you've learned just even one little thing from here, can you click on the like button? Can you click a comment, leave me a comment, just what you think about the video, or just, you know, even other additional, you know, maybe services, you know, if you're looking at this and you offer that maybe I didn't cover here, because we are looking to continue to grow the channel. And again, if you have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. I am looking to grow this channel. It's what helps me create more content videos for people like you. So thank you so much for paying attention, for being here with me, and have a great day.